Who's Lord? My Lord, your Lord. Their Lord, anybody's Lord. It's all the same Lord.
Yeah, so it was a cool first week at work. Got 1 week down, so
There we go.
like the crew was cool. Whole different vibe at that store than it is Roseville. It's like
Is it?
it's like chill. Everybody work. Nobody standing around just talking all damn day. So
That's a change.
that's a huge difference. Yeah. Um, yeah. Then everybody wears their mask around there, even customers.
Huh.
And we just like if we see somebody who don't want, we just offer them one. We can't offer it to them, and most of them be like, "Oh, I forgot it in the car," and they'll take it and put it on. It's not like no Roseville. They feel entitled. They want to fight and spit on you.
It's like, why do y'all want to keep fighting for a fucking mask? Like, come on, man. It's like, why are we doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Kay hasn't said a fucking word. He's just ready. He just knows. He knows what's coming. That's why. Oh, it's so good. I'm just finishing setting this up. Give me a second. I just the last one standing.
For now.
I'll join the couch next week.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Shit, the Rams.
We got their number.
Have...
That's another team that I was comfortable against the Packers. I'm not gonna lie. I was feeling pretty good. I was like, we have a chance. We could actually beat the Packers. Like, I feel comfortable playing against them in the playoffs. It was a very lucky situation on how we did it, but the defense stepped up, special teams stepped up, offense didn't do a goddamn thing. It was literally the special teams that won us the game. 2 field goals by Robbie Gould and the fucking block punt touchdown. Special teams won us the game. It's like Aaron Rodgers literally got beat by our special teams unit. Ain't that some shit? Oh, it seems low now. Your volume's low.
Is that better? Is that better?
A little bit better.
Let's see. Is that better?
There we go.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. Laptop, man. I don't want to charge.
Oh, what happened? Where'd he go? Wasn't even paying attention. Shit.
Did what happened? His audio get cut out or something?
I don't know. Can you still use the sound effects with your regular one?
Oh, he's there. Okay.
I can't hear him.
Your mic is muted, man, Steve.
There you go.
I'm not sure.
Sound good now.
I'm not sure if I can use with the other mic. I mean, I got both side by side. I
mean, the mic sounds clear.
Yeah, this mic is hella clear. Yeah, I hate this mic. This my DJ mic. It's the gold one.
The gold one.
But I might be able to. I haven't really got a chance to play around with it. But it might work with the other mic still. Actually, you know what? Nope, it won't because the other one plugs straight USB. This has like the headphone jack on it. They won't work with the other mic.
Okay. It's all good. We got to find a way to get more like the sounds and everything on that.
Yeah.
That way we'll be able to intro the sound and everything like that, and we can like talk while it's fading out, kind of thing. I was just thinking about that today. Fucking wild how shit works. All right. Let us get the session started. Yes. Round of applause from everybody. All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, people. Welcome to another episode of the All Pro JAFFOs, a Prenator Bros Productions podcast, where we bring you the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I am your overjoyed host, JP. Alongside me, as always, the happy because he's getting joined on the couch, DJ Mad Sticks.
What's up, folks?
We got the sound effects. And the, shall we say, sickly 6'10" beast from the southeast, Mr. Country K.
Konnichiwa, people.
I'm gonna love the hell out of this thing. Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm in a great mood. I just gotta first I'll say this was the greatest divisional round of playoffs that I have in my entire lifetime have ever seen. With all teams involved the entire weekend from Saturday to Sunday, just the things that you didn't think were going to happen, all of it happened. Anything that could have gone wrong, anything that could have gone right. And there was nothing about this weekend that said normal. This was one of those drunk as fuck weekends that it was all up for grabs in the NFL. I mean, we just got to start right fucking off into it. The let me pull it up again. It's just the excitement. The Tennessee Titans took on the Cincinnati Bengals, and me and Country K were on the show last episode, and we talked about it. Going, the Bengals were sitting pretty. This was one of those situations where it could have been a bad thing to be the number one seed, or maybe not a bad thing, but it was a bad opponent to play as the number one seed. The Titans obviously needed that bye week so Derrick Henry can get an extra week of rest and work to be able to actually play. And when he played, King Henry was shut down before he could even get started. The Bengals defense sold out pretty much on every run play, and they were connecting, they were tackling, they were doing everything that they were supposed to be doing. The Bengals defense should be getting a whole lot of credit for being able to do that. Ryan Tannehill, 3 fucking interceptions, and I don't give a damn who you are. 3 interceptions is not going to win you a ball game, especially in the playoffs. The thing that was crazy about this game, Joe Burrow was sacked 9 times during this game. 9 fucking times, and he still found a way to win the game. Joe Burrow at Cincinnati, rejoice, regardless of what happens in this AFC Championship game, whether you guys beat the Chiefs or lose to the Chiefs, regardless of what happens, you guys have found your savior in Joe Burrow. You should be rejoicing in the streets of Cincinnati right now. You have a quarterback that you can build around for the next 10 to 15 years. You guys should be overjoyed. What Joe Burrow did against the Tennessee Titans was nothing short of incredible. Not getting stacked 9 times and still being able to pull that win off. It was extraordinary. And a second year guy who last year tore his ACL. 19-16 was the final score. Right. Let's see. Ryan Tannehill threw for 1 touchdown, but he threw 3 interceptions, 15 for 24 for 220. Dante Foreman actually ran for more yards than Derrick Henry did on 4 attempts. Dante Foreman on 4 attempts, 66 yards. Derrick Henry on 20 attempts, 62 yards. 1 touchdown, but that was like early on in the game.
I mean, to me, that's a bad game for him to come back to, though. Like, coming off an injury, you going straight to the championship game. You know you're not in top form. You need at least a game or 2 to get ready, like, to run the way you used to run it.
That's why I was saying this was one of those scenarios that in the Titans' case. So if the Titans didn't have a bye week, do you think Derrick Henry would have been available to play last week in the wild card round, let's say?
I don't think so. I mean, because we've been hearing he's been coming back, but we haven't seen no footage in practice, and we don't know what he looked like, going into this game. I was like, what the heck? Going into
Why
the
do you
game.
have 2
I'm
screens,
back.
Kay?
I don't know.
There
I
you are.
got out of the last one because it wouldn't let me connect my video. I got very low energy, like I told y'all. But I can't agree with the Joe Burrow take simply because Ryan Tannehill sucks.
Ryan Tannehill does suck,
Right.
and he proved that.
He showed that he sucked. 3 picks that give any regular quarter. Like, just think about it. Joe Burrow is a very good quarterback, right? He's a very good young quarterback. Any basic quarterback could just capitalize on 2 of the 3 touchdowns. I mean, 2 of those 3 picks and the touchdown and field goals, and that's already points. Derrick Henry ain't producing nothing. That's an automatic win. But the problem is Joe Burrow is good. Joe Burrow
Well,
been
McPherson, their kicker, McPherson, bailed them out most of the game. I mean, even though Joe Burrow threw for 348 yards, 28 for 37, he didn't throw any touchdown passes, and he threw an interception.
That's
So,
perfectly fine because
yeah, I'm just saying, like, what he did though in certain situations of the game, he kept him in it, and McPherson being just automatic at the kicker position for him or for the Bengals, that was a godsend for them.
I mean, I guess. Every team needs a good kicker.
Well,
every team needs a good kicker, obviously, but
you can't
at the same
take the
time,
defense away.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying this is all right. Both teams have a really good defense in the AFC. Both teams.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there is just in it with itself. The other side of that coin is the fact that this is Joe Burrow's first playoff run, his 2nd year in the league, and he tore his ACL last year.
Mm-hmm.
So this is his first real run. So excuse me. So excuse me.
I really do think it was a combination.
So he just feel like
it was a combination of, one, the Titans defense was obviously all over Joe Burrow. The offensive line for the Bengals was nowhere to be found. They were nowhere to be fucking found. So to get taken down that many times throughout a game, again, the first pick, that was early on in the game. So he got that out of the way. I mean, yeah, he didn't score touchdowns, but he was getting sacked so many times, but he was keeping his team within the field goal range and everything like that to be able to capitalize. I think Mixon even had a touchdown too. So the running game was doing pretty well for them.
Yeah, but that's my point. You got to think about it like this. This is what I was trying to get out. This is Joe Burrow's first run, and he just played against a very good coach in Mike Vrabel, which probably ended up being the coach of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mike Vrabel's a very good coach, and he basically did the best he can with the tools he had. He didn't really have much. Derrick Henry was pretty much out there. He was just an image. He was an image. So I don't know, man. I feel like Joe Burrow, he is doing very well, but to give him this high praise, like if he beat Pat Mahomes, then yeah, like he beat the Titans without Derrick Henry. Like Derrick Henry was out there, but he really wasn't out there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, 20
Like I can't give him
attempts.
praise. I mean, again, he was out there. His name and his jersey was out there, but Derrick Henry, what we had earlier this year before the injury, was not out there. Like even a glimpse of that wasn't out there. You know what I'm saying?
He averaged 3.1 yards per carry.
They was trying to
That's my
bring him
point.
back. Trying to. I think that's the only reason he came back. Like he really ain't ready to come back.
Probably
So
not.
That's soon.
I mean, Tannehill throwing 3 picks definitely didn't help the case either. So Bengals aren't going to get that lucky with the Chiefs, so they need to be coming prepared, or else that's going to get blown out quickly. First road playoff win franchise history. I think for the Bengals, their top priority needs to be offensive line and defense. They have everything else. They have, receiver core. They have a pretty decent tight end. Mixon's a good young running back. Finished top 5 in rushing this year. So they have a good core of guys there on the offense. So I think defense and offensive line, that's the next step for the Bengals. And then if they can get that going, it's going to be nothing but success out there in Cincinnati. Something that they haven't seen since the Ken Anderson days back in the day. So good for the Bengals, good for Joey B, good for everybody there. Next game on Saturday, a game that gave me an aneurysm the entire time. I still can't believe we won this game. The 49ers and the Packers. Aaron Rodgers 0 for 4 now in the playoffs against the 49ers. Rodgers, this was so weird. I've never seen this before in a playoff game. He literally only gave the ball to Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones. Those are the only 2 people who basically touched the ball yesterday or on Saturday on offense. I mean, I'm looking at that going, well, you made it easy for the defense, first of all, who played well. Fred Warner played well. Eric Armstead getting himself a sack. The defense for the 49ers have been playing top 5 quality defense, and it's there statistically the last 7 weeks so far. The last 5 weeks of the regular season, and then the last 2 games that were played. But had it not literally been for the special teams, our offense didn't do shit. Even Debo got stopped. Mitchell was getting stopped. Jimmy couldn't do a goddamn thing. I got to admit, there were a few throws early on. One that Kittle dropped, and there were a couple of other drops and stuff like that early on in the game. But Jimmy did not play well. And all this praise that I keep seeing for him, and I guess it's not their fault because they're not really 49er fans. So they're not actually seeing what's on the field. They're kind of seeing that, a dub is a dub is a dub. Like, no, this is a guy who's putting us in situations we don't need to be in. We could be blowing teams out. We could actually be doing good, actually having, 2-3 score leads. But Jimmy likes to keep it interesting by keeping other teams in the game, by throwing an interception, by fumbling the ball, whatever it may be. He always seems to find a way to make it fucking interesting for the other team. And the stats themselves, 11 for 19. This upsets me because it's like, oh, Jimmy did great. Okay. 11 for 19, right? That's his completion to attempt. 131 yards, 1 interception, no picks, and a quarterback rating of fucking 11. 11. You gonna tell me Jimmy did good? No, like with a quarterback rating of 11, literally people literally just have to show up. There is a statistic that says if you literally every goddamn play throw the ball into the ground, you will have a higher QB. You'll have a 33 something QB rating. He had a lower QB rating than he would have done if he would have just thrown it in the dirt the entire game. And you want to tell me Jimmy's good? You want to tell me Jimmy is not the reason why we won this game? The special teams, the fact that the Packers special teams unit is dog shit. That's the reason why they lost that game. That and the defense was holding up, was holding their part of the bargain. Don't give Jimmy credit. Shit, we can't even give Debo or Kittle or anybody. We can't give any of them really all the credit for winning this game. We give Robbie Gould and the special teams unit to get that block punt for the touchdown. All 13 of those points were our special teams unit. Like I said before, literally, Aaron Rodgers got beat by our special teams unit. And is Aaron Rodgers even going to be in a Packers uniform next year? I don't think so. I heard somebody say, oh, what if Aaron Rodgers goes to the 49ers next year since, we're trying to get rid of Jimmy anyway? I'd be like, Aaron Rodgers going to the 49ers would be like Kevin Durant going to the Warriors without the payoff. Yeah, that's what it would be. He can't, Kay kind of said it best. He is, if you really look at it, are just a regular season quarterback. Can't get it done in the playoffs. He had the one run where he got the Super Bowl. And then after that, he's done nothing. Great regular season, but has done nothing in the playoffs. And he hates playing against us, which is, I love it now, because now it's like 0-for-4. It's like, that's the only way he could ever go and win a championship is if he would have joined the team. But, I mean, again, the offense didn't do it. The defense and special teams did. So, good on them. The 49ers are in the fucking NFC Championship game. And here, the whole time, I thought, we had the hardest road to get to the Super Bowl if we were going to make it. We had to get through Dallas. We needed to get through Green Bay. We needed to get through Tampa. Oh, wait. We don't got to go through Tampa. The Rams beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, much to the dismay. Much to the dismay of Country K. This is a man who all season long has been saying Matthew Stafford ain't shit. Remember him in Detroit. He's dog shit. He's nothing. And what does he do? Proves that why in the history books, the man who has the most fourth quarter comebacks in NFL history, Matthew Stafford, went all Tom Brady on Tom Brady. Oh, and second of all, Kate, can you answer me this? Why the fuck do you run cover 0 against a man like Cooper Kupp? You're supposed to have a 6-man rush, and Levante David had no idea he was supposed to blitz. What? That's what lost y'all the game right there. A cover 0 6-man blitz that was late, and both of your DBs got burnt to a crisp by Cooper Kupp.
Yeah,
inexcusable.
Communication. Yeah, we had a.
Or you call it whatever you want. Communication, whatever. It lost y'all at the game.
Yeah, communication. Nobody was paying attention when the call was made. That's some error. That's some dumb shit that lost us the game. All right, we lost.
Y'all did make it interesting, though.
I guess
we were
y'all
supposed to get blown out. To be realistic,
we
were supposed to get blown the fuck out, but we didn't. So they gave me the best I can give. You know what I'm saying? Like we sat there, we lost. I kind of figured we was gonna lose. When Tristan
No,
Wirfs
you didn't.
and
No, you
Jensen,
didn't. Don't.
Yes,
no,
I did.
no,
Yes,
I'm
I
not
did.
gonna let you get away with this. I'm not
Game
gonna let you
time
get away
decision.
with this. You've been
I'm telling
talking
you
this
right now.
entire time saying we're going to the
Yeah.
bowl, we're doing it again, we're repeat.
Yeah,
It
I
wasn't
said if we
until
beat the
last
Rams,
episode. It wasn't
I
until
said if we
last
beat the
episode where
Rams,
you started having some doubts.
yeah,
Because even you said
the
last
reports came
episode,
out.
you
That was
said
on Wednesday.
you
No, it was
said
on Thursday, and the reports came out about Tristan Wirfs and Ryan Jensen. That's what made me start having
they
doubts.
both were out.
That's what made me start
Wirfs
having
went
doubts.
out,
Like
that
other than
was
that,
a big thing.
I was fine. If we'd have had a whole line, would have been a lot better. We lost by 3 points with our whole line.
Aaron Donald showed up again too.
For real, did he? I mean, we lost by 3
No, he
points.
did. No.
He did.
Only by
we lost
three. By
points.
by 3 points was because it was starting to look like Tom Brady was going to pull an ATL again.
But
That's what it looked.
Tom Brady's
The only
offensive
difference was the
quarterback, right?
score.
Aaron Donald was still on the field the whole time Tom Brady was going out there. So why Aaron Donald ain't
I'm
stopped
gonna
that
look
shit?
at Aaron Donald's. I'm gonna look at Aaron Donald's stats. What he did.
I mean, go ahead.
Against the Bucks,
Look,
especially.
when Tom Brady started doing his chant, started doing his Tom Brady GOAT shit, Aaron Donald ain't do shit. He was on the field every snap. Him and Von Miller were both on the field. We lost by 3. Because Cooper Kupp did what Cooper Kupp did. The man broke all the goddamn yards this year.
He had
I'm
one
mad,
sack.
but shit, Cooper did it.
He had one
sack. Man, come on, man.
one sack and 7 tackles.
Come on, man. That ain't no get that man praise game.
At the
That's a regular
defensive
ass-
tackle position? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Come
a regular game, bro.
Come
regular game,
on,
bro.
Kay.
Come on, bro.
This
made it
man
seem like
is
Aaron
trying
Donald
to
had like 3
downplay
sacks.
this so bad.
You
Master,
said-
give me some sound effects for this, please.
Seven
Give me
tackles.
something.
You said 7 tackles. How
At the
many T-
defensive tackle
TFLs?
position.
How many TFLs, bro? We had
I didn't
2
even
of
see
our
the TFLs.
3
He
Super
probably had at
Bowl
least-
linemen out. Aaron Donald was supposed to feast. He was supposed to feast, bro. He only had 1 sack. You trying to give him praise off of 1 sack, bro?
Yes. He was disruptive the
sack,
entire
bro.
game.
How is that?
The
How is that
entire
disruptive
game.
on 1 sack? You got 2, 3,
Not
2
even
of
just
the
one
5 linemen out.
It's not even just about the 1 sack. It's the QB pressures. It's everything.
Okay, bro.
I
I mean, I feel you.
He was a hassle.
All right.
He was all up in Tom Brady's face the entire game. I was watching that shit, man. I was watching. Aaron Donald was all up in Tom Brady's face the entire time. It may not have shown up in like tackles for loss or tackles, or he may have only gotten 1 sack. But the QB hurries and everything else like that don't really kind of show up in the wow stats. He was all over the field, man. Aaron Donald was being the typical Aaron Donald. That's just what it was. And Matthew Stafford said, I'm not Atlanta. Y'all want to throw cover 0 1-on-1 against Cooper Kupp? Against Cooper Kupp, the Triple Crown wide receiver. The guy who they are literally comparing the top 5 wide receiver seasons of all time. And you want to cover him 1-on-1 with a late blitz? A late one at that. That's the worst part about the whole thing. The fact that Levante David didn't know that he was supposed to blitz was wild to me. Wild play call. And it was just, I don't know, man. There was a lot of that was going on with the defense late. And that last drive by the Rams just kind of like, what was going on there? I didn't understand the play call. I don't know why you would run a cover 0. I didn't get it. Not in that situation. Like that's a bonehead play by Bowles right there. You got to blame Todd Bowles, the coach, for calling that. I mean, for the play call, but then, I mean, obviously you gotta get on Levante David for the late blitz. I mean, if he was going to be that late, he might as well just drop back into coverage. Like there was no need for that. They gave it up. Bucks go down, and now on top of all that, as if salt in the wound wasn't enough, they decided to compact that shit with hot molten lava and boom, throw up on the fact that Tom Brady might be done after this year. He is actually legitimately contemplating retirement right now. This literally could have been Tom Brady's last game. And that to me is, and he even said it on his podcast. He's trying to, do it for Giselle, be there with his family. I mean, he's been in the league 20 plus years. This is all he's basically done his adult life. He's well in his 40s, basically 6 to 7 months, if not longer than that, out of every single year for 20 plus years, he's been doing nothing but football. So at some point, it's time to step away from the game and be with your family. That's just all bullshit, whether, playing off a side, like, honestly, if it really is Tom Brady's last year, fucking hats off or whatever. What a fucking career.
Oh man, y'all boys ready to see, y'all want to see my boy off into the sunset. Like, that shit crazy.
I'm just saying, if that's the decision, he hasn't
made it. Giselle cool with it. That's
you hope Giselle's cool with it. That's the thing.
No hope,
you hope
because if she wasn't, he wouldn't be playing. That's straight the fuck up. Like, at the end of the day, like,
Tom even said that Giselle has told him it has gotten to a point now she cannot stand seeing him get hit anymore. She's at a point right now where she's legitimately frightened that Tom is going to get hurt.
You do know she was saying that after he tore his ACL, what that was, 2015, 16, 14, 13, one of the years?
It was different back then to where it is at 44, going to be 45.
And I guess, bro. I feel like
long-term injuries like an ACL or, a bit shoulder labrum, big long-term injuries like that at his age.
Right.
At that age, not just longer, but that could be a permanent injury for him.
For real. What about an MCL?
No, I'm trying to be completely honest with you, bro. I'm not saying this at all to say like, oh, I hope he doesn't come back so the Bucs can suck again.
No, I'm not saying that.
Not saying that at all.
I'm saying
just saying the concerns are there.
Like everybody's saying about Tom's age and it's a risk of him getting hurt. Tom know that more than anybody. Like, y'all making a story out of Tom because he older and he out. He out. If Tom retire, he gonna retire. But as far as that, like, the man is a Buccaneer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he is a Buccaneer,
we lost.
The story is that Tom might, like, literally, and people are saying it all over the place. This is the first time where it's a legitimate, like, people are actually saying, "Holy fuck!" Tom might be done. Like, did
Tom say that?
Yes.
Did Tom say I'm done?
Yes.
Did Tom say
he didn't say I'm done. He didn't say I'm done.
That's the only thing that matters.
It's like, the contemplating. It's the first time in his career that he's actually shown that he has to sit back and think about it. That's the whole point of this. That's what's grabbing all of the attention. It's just the sheer thought of, holy shit, this entire time Tom has been talking up, oh shit, I can play 45. Shit, I can play till 50. I feel like with my treatment and everything else like that, I can play till whenever it is that I choose. To all of a sudden, now after this loss, now all of a sudden it comes out he might be actually for real contemplating retirement.
No, he recorded that. He recorded that shit before.
Well,
he recorded that shit before. Like, before that.
Then why did it just come out? Why did it?
Because I'm trying to explain it to you, but you sitting here right now, you're trying to fast talk me, and you're not letting me finish what I thought. Because Tom also had in that video, he said he recorded two different sides. He recorded if they won. He recorded if they lost. So whichever one happened, this one right here, I'm gonna put this video out. That's what I'm saying. It's like Tom already planned this out. So based off of that, it's like, yeah, like, make a story on my stuff, put it out on my network, on my platform, on my stuff, so I can get my own thoughts out. And then the media gonna run with it how they may. Because
so Tom is just throwing bait out there just to say fuck it.
He do that all the time. He's been doing that. I don't get why you act like this the first time. Tom is until he say I'm done, Tom probably gonna keep playing. That's what I'm saying. And it would have been a whole thing. Like, Tom know what a whole farewell tour is. Like he been in the league 22 years. He know what a farewell tour look like. You
It
think he gonna
would
get his
be.
farewell tour?
I
He'll
was
tell the
about to say
NFL
it
they'll
would be
schedule all
really odd if he really did just out of nowhere
Yeah.
just be like, I'm done without a prop. Fuck, even Big Ben got a fucking send off in Pittsburgh.
Did he? I mean,
he
I
did
mean, I
after
feel
after
like-
Cleveland.
I mean, yeah, because the
They gave him
Pittsburgh
his send
Steelers
off.
did
They
that.
gave
The
him
NFL ain't
exactly.
give a fuck.
Well, the NFL, no. I'm just saying the last game, Pittsburgh, they gave him his. Even that, what I'm saying is Tampa didn't have the opportunity to properly give him the goodbye that he deserves to have.
That and the fact
Or
that they
even
would
the
also
NFL.
they
like
would
you said,
have
the
it
NFL
connected
tour.
to where he would probably play the Patriots again in like the preseason or some shit like that, or a regular season game, or the last game, or the game
Or he
last
has
game
a
of the
send-off
season,
in
or some shit like
Foxborough.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
like come on, it'll
Yeah.
be the first game of the last game. Like they will make a custom season for Tom Brady.
I mean, the amount of
Because he's
ratings and
leaving.
money that Tom Brady would be missing out on by not doing that.
I mean, it ain't that. It's the fact of
I'm just
you
saying.
got to think about it. He's doing everything he does is strategic. So based off of that, he would do a farewell tour for the simple fact of it will help him launch off his brand Brady. It will help with TV12 and the method. It will promote shit. I played for 20 fucking some odd years doing this. When I found out about this, I was able to play the 20 some odd years. You able to promote yourself in a different manner, in a different light. So are you able to do certain things? So yeah, it will be strategic. The NFL will get behind that. Everybody will be behind that. Like it will be a whole thing. That's what I was saying about like I highly doubt that he's gonna retire. Like this is just another story. They've been doing that for years now, talking about Tom Brady retiring. He retired. Like, cause they ain't got nothing else to talk about. If Tom don't win the Super Bowl, he retiring. So it is what it is.
I mean, I would think more it would be if Tom won the Super Bowl, then he would retire. Going out on top type of thing.
So just think about when you hearing about the Tom Brady retiring the most. You ain't hear shit about Tom Brady retiring after we just won the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
You ain't hear shit about
that
it.
Is also
you
true.
Shit about it. We was coming back to play.
There's a whole lot. I mean,
back to play.
you and I, we all talked about it going like, if Tom Brady were to win the Super Bowl this year, Skip Bayless talked about it too. That was one of the reasons why we were thinking about it going, what if just the enticing option that there's a possibility of a three-peat. As somebody as competitive as Tom Brady is, would he pass up on that type of situation? We don't know. But I just keep looking at Matt Stick's background. I want to hear Matt Stick's point of view on this game.
Poor Tom. I've been saying since the beginning of the season that they wasn't finna repeat. Y'all knew my take on it. I've been saying from the beginning they wasn't the same thing.
He can't even hide his joy. He over there laughing and smiling. Can't even get through his take. He happy as fuck we lost.
Hell
he happy
yeah.
as fuck we lost.
Yeah, because y'all ain't no better than us. Y'all sitting right on the couch with us.
No, we definitely better than y'all. Y'all watch us play.
One round better.
Fucking Sunday. Hey, look. Whoa.
I can at least at the end of this season, say my team went farther than fucking both of your teams. So,
oh my god,
kiss my ass.
Everybody in America knew y'all was gonna beat Aaron Rodgers. Everybody in America knew. The only people that be saying Aaron Rodgers this, Aaron Rodgers that is these analysts. Because Buddy be throwing the ball well, but he don't lead his team nowhere, and people keep trying to act like that's not a fact.
I don't know who made the take. I don't know who made the take or said it, but they said that Aaron Rodgers is more concerned with, like outside stuff like the vaccination stuff, the, politics, all that other stuff that he's talking about, rather than he's focused on actually winning a championship. And I thought about that going, that very well may be the case. That could be a thing. He's more worried about what the critics are saying about him and everything else, worrying about firing back on that and his thoughts on that, than he is about actually focused on winning a championship. that could be a very big and who is it? I think it was it Marcus? No, Marcus Spears. He's he said there was a whole lot of fussing for a whole lot of nothing this year. There was a whole lot of, Aaron, needs the players that they brought back in Randall Cobb because of, Aaron, what Aaron Rodgers wanted. Randall Cobb saw nothing this game in the divisional game, no targets at all. All of this, bitching and moaning of, oh, am I gonna wear the uniform? Am I gonna, dissing the organization and everything else like that? Beginning of the year, and then the middle of the year, the anti-vax, the lying about the his vaccination status with the whole immunization shit, and just everything that led up to this point. It just makes him look even worse because it's like you did all this during the season for the same result that you've got the last 10 plus years. Yeah, it's wild. I mean, I did not think the way it went down was the way it was going to go down. I'm so happy our special teams took advantage of the fact that they even said it. The Packers special teams is statistically the worst special teams unit in all of football. We took advantage of that. That's all that happened. And but again, and then the game against the Chiefs and the Bills. To the very end, one of the best games to ever. It capped off an already crazy ass weekend. Like Gabriel Davis out of nowhere, 201 yards and 4 touchdowns. Like it says right here, first player in Super Bowl era with 200 plus receiving yards and 4 touchdowns in a playoff game. Like, and Josh Allen was playing out of his mind. 4 touchdowns for him. It was just Patrick Mahomes too. I'm not gonna lie to you. That decision to not squib the ball at the end of the game for the Bills after they got that go-ahead touchdown was odd to me. Kay, how would you have done that, Kay? If you're a coach, would you not have squibbed that? Or Matchsticks, whoever.
I didn't see the game, so I'm not even sure.
Damn, your team lost, so you just completely not invested?
Nah, I was at work.
That's also true.
I closed all this.
My phone about to die, so I'm muting every time I speak. What was the question?
I said, what would you have done after the Bills go-ahead touchdown? Would you have squibbed it, or would you have kicked it out of the back of the end zone the way they did it?
And so the reason why they said they lost was because of the overtime thing, right?
Nah, well that's also a topic.
I mean,
but a lot of people are
end up going
complaining
to
about
overtime ultimately, right? They said they ultimately went to overtime. So I feel like they probably made the right decision. Because if you squibbed the ball, you saw what happened on the punt return on that punt. Tyreek Hill put him in position to score. So,
well, here's the thing though. You squib the ball, you take time off the clock. Instead of working with 13 seconds, you're working with 9 seconds on the 35. Like, okay, that's a lot better to deal with.
But all right, so let me say it like this: the clock don't matter after 0 if the play already started, right?
Right.
Tyreek Hill is a track star. 35 yards.
Tyreek Hill wasn't on kickoff. Tyreek Hill's not on kickoff.
That's what I'm saying to you. All they got to do is basically get the ball, you squib it. They down the ball where it's at, right? They down the ball. Clock stops. I'll say about 3 seconds go off that clock, 6 seconds. Pat Mahomes got a big arm. So, and then they had one time I left. I don't know, man. I think y'all overestimating the fact that Pat Mahomes. I mean, underestimating the fact that Pat Mahomes got a big arm like that.
I mean, you and I both thought the Bills were going to take this game, and at that point, it really did look like they were about to. Like, that was a hell of a game up until then. Like, to be honest, the entire game was awesome. You know, it was literally the definition of a quarterback duel. You know, as Pat Mahomes versus Josh Allen. That's what it was. Just watching the whole game from start to finish was just a roller coaster ride all the way through. Again, it capped off an already insane weekend. Which says Josh Allen 329 and 4 touchdowns. Pat Mahomes had 378 and 3 touchdowns. So, like, goodness gracious, it was just back and forth, man. And Tyreek Hill, I'm looking at the replay right here. This dude literally gave the peace sign with the guy ahead of him. He said, "Deuces, I'm out." And the guy was in front of him when he was running by him. I was like, goodness gracious. The cockiness in this little sumbitch. It's pretty insane, man. There's that Florida speed, okay? Is Tyreek Hill from Florida? He is, right?
No, I think Tyreek from like Georgia, like Tennessee or some shit.
The fastest man in the
I think
NFL is not from Florida?
No, fast person in the NFL, Derrick Henry, first off, and he is from Florida, so.
Pearson, Georgia.
You think?
Yeah, he's from Georgia.
You think Derrick Henry is faster than Tyreek Hill?
So there's more of a difference. There's a no. I know Derrick Henry faster than Tyreek Hill.
We might have to put that up. Yeah, hey, is Derrick Henry faster than Tyreek Hill?
If not him, then the next person is the person from Ohio that people keep sleeping on, Scotty Miller. He's from Ohio. Or no, he's from Chicago or some shit like that. Scotty Miller.
I don't think really there's anybody faster than Tyreek Hill in the league.
No, Scotty Miller,
really
real deal. Like, real deal at the combine clock at 4.3. Like,
no, I get that, but
and he already done challenged him to a race, which they need to do that.
Like, in game speed, like I don't think there's anybody faster. To be honest with you.
Yeah, like I said,
Matt Six, when you were watching, hold on. I guess while Matt Six steps away, we could take this time real quick. Episode brought to you by Rays. You guys already know the best energy drink on the planet. Go to repsports.com, reppsports.com. Use the promo code ALPHARAYS to get 15% off of your order. Once again, the 2021 Clash of Cans champions. Again, best energy drinks on the market. New flavors out. Blue Shock. They're already talking about the possibility of some of the old limited time flavors becoming permanent. So be on the lookout for that, like Juice Box and the Blue Shock and everything else. We'll see how that goes. But you guys already know, repsports.com, reppsports.com. Promo code ALPHARAYS, 15% off your order. Demand more. Join the Rays Rebellion. Appreciate you, Rays, for being with us since day one. I have to know what Matchstick's reactions, at least to the news of what was going on. We understand he was working, but the news of what was going on. I mean, we've already seen it right now. Matchstick has had a big ass smile on his face since the show started. But the Tom Brady background. So. over the weekend. What was your reaction to everything, Mad Sticks? Your reaction to hearing about the Bucks losing and all that stuff?
Oh, I was kind of keeping up with the score at work. I thought it was down like 1 point, what, 20 to 3 or something like that. Oh, they just kept it on the couch. Like I said, I've been saying all year they was, not going to repeat. So called it.
First thing that popped into my head, if they would have came back and won the game, we would have never fucking heard the end of it from K. We would have never heard the end of it. It would have been a 45-minute rant on why they're the best team in the NFL. But it's not the case. Thank God. Thank God. So now we have the San Francisco 49ers, the Los Angeles Rams in the NFC Championship game. And then we got the Chiefs and the Bengals in the AFC Championship game. I would love to be that typical 49er fan that goes, oh, yeah, we've beaten them 6 times in a row. Yeah, we own them. It's gonna happen. We're gonna beat them. Well, fair. We beat them 6 times in a row. Fair. We beat them twice this year. But one thing that didn't happen then that's actually happening right now in the playoffs is the Rams defense is playing better than they played against us. And their offense is clicking at the right time. So the only thing that makes me pretty optimistic about it is the fact that we live rent-free in the Rams' head. I know that because before the game even started between the Rams and the Bucks, they were already trying to prevent any sales from going out of tickets for the NFC Championship game because they already knew the 49ers were in. They were trying to prevent any sales from going outside of the LA area code. They were trying to keep it within LA, like people. And I'm thinking about it going, they act like 49er fans don't exist in LA. There were 49er and Raider fans there way before the Rams ever showed up to LA. So the fact that it's going to be another 49er home game at SoFi Stadium, gives me a better, I'm kind of like, all right, this makes me feel a little bit better. They're already a little scared. They don't really want to play us. Now, that can go completely out the window come Sunday. This could all come crumbling down very fast and very quickly. As quick as it went up, it can come right back down. Obviously, I got to pick my squad, but I had a heart attack wild card weekend. I had an aneurysm in the divisional round. I'm probably just going to drop dead on Sunday. So that's just how I see the pattern going at this point in time. But Match 6 for the NFC Championship game, who you got? I think I already know, but who you got? The what?
It sure the hell ain't the Niners.
Why wouldn't you want to go for the team that beat you? Wouldn't you want to be like, hey, at least we lost to the Super Bowl champs? That kind of thing. Wouldn't? No?
Keep lucky. That's all it is. They keep getting lucky. Fuck that. Everybody rooting for the Niners. Like I said, I'll say it on here too. I posted it on Facebook. I'm like, somebody in the Niner organization must be sucking Jesus thing because he keep giving y'all some blessings. Somebody got a connection. Somebody hooking my man up.
I don't know what happened. I think Kyle Shanahan finally sold his soul to the devil. if the 49ers ended up winning the Super Bowl, it would literally become
Oh my.
the situation where Kay had been calling him B Rabbit the entire time. And then at that point, he went full Eminem, and like Papa Doc, Country K just have to walk away with nothing to say. Like that's what would be fucking hilarious in this entire story.
So here's the
Oh, wow.
problem with that whole scenario you just said right there. I'll let you get some little jollies off, but at the same time. At the same time, I mean, if you want my
49ers
pick, my
are better
pick
than the
is
Bucs.
Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow. For the NFC and AFC. Joe Burrow. That's my pick. That's my pick. I was
For
gonna
the
let it be
NFC
known.
and the AFC, you're going
Yeah. Super Bowl
Bengals all the
champion,
way, huh?
Joe Burrow and the Bengals. All they gotta do is beat Kansas City. They beat Kansas City, they get now. And the way Jamar Chase and all them boys playing over there, they ain't got enough DBs in Kansas City. Only way they lose, they let Pat Mahomes then break their spirit on offense. So
or
as far as y'all,
the Bengals
y'all and the
offensive
Rams,
line
y'all
once
can kill
again
each other
doesn't
for all
show
I
up.
give a damn. Say what?
I said if the Bengals offensive line doesn't show up again, it's over.
Well, the Bengals offensive line is second, so is the Chiefs offensive line. So that's cancel session. It's more about what you're gonna do. They offensive line been sorry the whole year. Like these are not moments where it's like this just happened. It's like that shit been there. Like the Packers special teams been there. They've been sorry. The Packers still was able to become number one in the NFC. Doggone Chiefs and Bengals offensive line both suck. They in the playoffs going to the AFC Championship. Well,
I
I think it's
Bengals
gonna
to
be
go all
good.
the way, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I would love for it to be a 49ers and Bengals Super Bowl.
Probably the Niners ain't going to the Super Bowl. They ain't finna get that lucky. They're not finna beat
I mean,
the
I wouldn't mind it, but just simply because they're still like fucking Rams and everything they stand for.
Because the storyline would obviously be if it was the Bengals and the 49ers, it'd be like, oh, the Bengals would be trying to avenge their two 80s losses against the 49ers, against Joe Montana and Jerry Rice back in the day, all that type of shit. They're trying to avenge those. But with my luck and my current status as a 49er fan, I mean, they're probably going to get there, and I'm just going to be upset and pissed off because, yeah, we can get there, but we didn't win. Yeah, that could be what's happening. But
first off, y'all gonna have to make it a story about the doggone 80 losses against the Bengals. I mean, the Bengals 80 losses against y'all because nobody care about that anymore. Like nobody care about that, bro. Personally, I'm telling you, nobody talking about that anymore.
it's something that would be talked about. I promise you. If that was the case, that's exactly going to be their number one story.
Yeah,
that they're
because they
going to
got nothing
refer
else to
back to.
talk about. That's just the realization of it. They ain't got nothing else to talk about. So they gotta make up stories. Nobody care about the 80s doggone team. The Niners team not even built like the 80s team. All y'all hate Jimmy G. Like that's just the realization of all y'all
Hate is
Jimmy
a strong
G.
word.
No, y'all hate Jimmy G. You can ride with him now because
Wanting
y'all
him
got
to
this
leave.
star. 2 weeks ago, you was like, man, he's still gone. Fuck him.
I have been one of the first people to say that Jimmy G. My keys to victory every week is keep the ball out of Jimmy G's hands. Like what? Like that's exactly what it's been. If you keep the ball out of his hands, if you run effectively and do all of that stuff, you win the ball game. But if Jimmy has to throw more than 20 times, we're screwed. We're screwed. That's just what it is. That's what's there. They had the statistic out. Oh yeah, he's 5-1 or some shit like that. 5-1 or 6-1 when he throws for no touchdowns. What does that mean? He wins because his players around him, his running back, or in this case, his wide receiver, Deebo Samuel, is doing everything for him. He doesn't have to do anything. So how do you give credit to a quarterback who doesn't do shit? He's like that kid, the kid in high school that they always refer to that just shows up and he shows up to the group meetings and stuff, still gets an A, but everyone else put the work in. He just kind of showed up. That's that kid. That's Jimmy G.
Yeah, but here's the problem. It's all based off of matchups. And your matchup this time, the quarterback you played against was shook. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are as far as y'all are just simply because Aaron Rodgers is shook in the playoffs. He has not beat y'all in the playoffs ever because he still bothered based on that draft. It's clear.
If we win,
it's evident.
If the 49ers win the Super Bowl, are you both still going to sit here and say it was all luck?
Yes.
Yep.
Because you got Aaron Rodgers in the second half, and then you got the Rams who you beat twice this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you pretty much got
luck?
The whole
I don't understand how that's luck when it's consistent.
Who was your real challenge this playoff run?
I mean, if you really look at it on paper, everybody that we've gone through.
I'm not talking about on paper. I'm talking about on the game, like in the game, looking at the game, playing the game.
Who did we have to go? We had to go through the Dallas Cowboys. We had to go through the Green
That's
Bay
not
Packers.
what I'm saying to you. I'm asking you who has been a real challenge. The Dallas Cowboys imploded from the inside out.
The Rams almost beat us. We came back and beat them in week 18.
That's not the playoffs.
Well, so you're talking about in the play. Okay, so doesn't matter who I bring up or whatever. Your point is we've played nobody in the playoffs for it to matter.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically shitting on matchsticks.
No, you played broken teams. You played broken teams. Even if you played us, you would have played another broken team. You haven't played anybody like a full strength team yet to actually challenge y'all.
The unwillingness
so that's
to
why
give
I say,
any
like,
credit
if you
is
end
absolutely
up playing
unbelievable.
Joe Burrow, if you end up playing Joe Burrow with that high-power offense, that's a challenge. You get what I'm saying? Because the Dallas Cowboys offense didn't play like the Dallas Cowboys offense.
Oh, because
like,
the one day they didn't play like them. Oh, they're broke. That's making an excuse for them.
That's not making an excuse. It's not. See, you look at it
for the Cowboys. It is
of the W.
It's making an excuse. Oh, if the Cowboys would have had this person,
I'm not
if
saying
that was
the
the
Cowboys
logic. If the Cowboys would have had Cooper Rush, they probably would have won the game.
I
In
didn't
hindsight,
say
that didn't happen that way,
I don't
did
know
it?
where are you going? Where are you going with your points now? Because I don't get where you're going. Because I didn't say any of that. I didn't say yes or anything. I said the Dallas Cowboys were a broken team from the inside out. And they were broken internally. So they had no chance of beating nobody any further than probably where they was going to go or the next day because they were broken internally. That's what I'm saying. The Green Bay Packers, they were broken.
What team in the playoffs isn't?
There's not a lot of teams. The Bills, the Chiefs, clearly the Bengals. Like, you know what I'm saying? Possibly.
So basically, all the
Rams,
NFC
maybe?
teams were dysfunctional.
Which the Rams, I say y'all for the most part. Y'all fans, the most dysfunctional part of the 49ers.
Oh, that's where the root of all the hate comes from. It has nothing to do with the team. It has everything to do with the fans. That's what's hilarious to me.
No, because I'm saying nobody in the organization has said anything about removing Jimmy G or moving on from Jimmy G. There's been no reports about that. But the fans have been calling for Jimmy G.
Their actions have said it. What do you mean?
No. You also
their actions of giving away the house for a number 3 overall pick. That's what do you think that meant? That meant we were going to be getting rid of Jimmy G soon.
Or you got a project quarterback that you can have behind Jimmy G if Jimmy G get hurt all the time. You got somebody that you can actually continue to play an offense with and continue to try to be competitive in games when Jimmy G out because he's guaranteed getting hurt. He's been hurt every year in his career.
Did he get hurt at all this year?
Yes. Trey Lance played this year, bro.
Oh, yeah, the thumb in the shoulder.
Yeah, you tripping, bro. I'm telling you, you really on your 9 high horse right now, Josh. I'm telling you.
Hey, I'm on the Niner high horse, not the Jimmy high horse. That's different.
That's what I'm saying. Anything Niner related, you trying to downgrade what the actual realization of the situation is.
I mean, is Debo Samuel not an absolute weapon?
Debo Samuel, okay, look, the Packers defense, are they actually as good as people sitting here trying to make it seem like?
One
I
or two
keep
players.
saying Debo Samuel not going to beat teams that's able to cover more than one receiver. Like the Rams, they can just put Jalen Ramsey on you and let the defense play everything else. They can play one man and zone everything
Go watch
else.
the tape on week 18 and come back to me on that statement.
I said they could
Debo
do
Samuel
that.
torched Jalen Ramsey on week 18. The tape will prove it.
It's two different motivations in that game. You do realize that.
Motivation, you can call it what you want. It was what it was. Jalen Ramsey didn't stand
It's two different
Debo
motivations in that game, bro. It was two different plays of motivation in that game. Them beating y'all, they needed us to lose too. The Rams needed us to lose for them to be able to move.
The Rams the Rams. If they would have beat us, they wouldn't have had to deal with us in this situation. And they couldn't get it done. They were ahead. They were ahead, and they couldn't get it done. Why? Because Jalen Ramsey couldn't handle Debo Samuel. That was the pure fact of the entire game. Go watch the tape.
So
watch the tape.
I don't need to watch the tape. You're still not hearing me. You keep talking about look at the tape.
I'm trying to actually be non-pessimistic about my team right now.
Were the Rams playing for their playoff hopes with y'all, or were y'all the only one playing for your playoff hopes in that game in week 18? No, the Rams knew they were. I'm saying we have the same
motivation they do. So why is their motivation any better than ours?
Because
we've proven our motivation is better because we've gone through the better teams.
If y'all lose that game, y'all go to the 7th seed. Y'all would have flipped with the Eagles. Y'all would have had to play us.
We would have been completely out of it if we would have lost. Because we would have tied with the Saints and they had the tiebreaker. If we would have lost, the Saints would have been in. We would have been done.
I thought you said no matter if you won or lost because y'all was a 6th seed, y'all was going to make the playoffs. All right, cool. So that argument's based off the thought I thought you said. So either way, like I said, it didn't really matter. So y'all was playing for y'all playoff hopes and the Rams wasn't. That's my point. That's my point the whole time. Like Debo Samuel gonna play hard because y'all trying to make the playoffs. Jalen Ramsey gonna play whatever because y'all just playing.
Debo Samuel's not gonna play hard now that he's got the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's gonna play hard as fuck, but at the same time, so is the Rams defense. The Rams defense
so is everybody. You make the case for everybody's gonna have that same motivation.
So who has more weapons on your offense or the Rams defense? When y'all played them, Von Miller wasn't fully acclimated.
The last game we played them, you're right. Von Miller was not playing. We shut down Aaron Donald, and Jalen Ramsey couldn't keep up with Debo Samuel. That's what happened the last time we played.
Y'all not finna shut down. Gonna have a field day with y'all.
Who?
I'm telling you, bro.
Von? Yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
So that's my point.
Because Trent Williams can't cover the right side. He's our left tackle. He can't cover Von Miller on the other side of the field. Our right tackle is going to get some work on Sunday. He's going to have a fucking handful because not only is he going to have Von Miller, he's going to be having Aaron Donald rotating in and out from the defensive end and defensive tackle positions. That right side of the offensive line is going to get the most work they've seen all year. This time.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all boys finna get worked out. They know
Trent Williams is the best left tackle in the game right now.
I ain't tripping.
They're trying to get their best players on the opposite side of where your best offensive lineman is. Simple game plan.
Rams finna go ahead and get talk about it there real quick.
If they do, they do. It's again, I didn't think we were going to make it this far. I'm going to be one first to admit. I didn't think we were going to make it this far. Matter of fact, I thought we were going to lose to the Cowboys in the first week. I really did. But just circumstances after circumstances, they just keep coming up. Looking at ourselves in the NFC Championship again. Second time in 3 years. Who knew? Not me. I didn't think it was going to happen. You remember a long time ago, I said whoever thought the 49ers were going to make the playoffs were mentally ill. I said that. I said that shit. I didn't think we were going to be here.
A
But
lot of
at
win
this
losses
point,
worked in your favor for sure.
a lot of shit did absolutely work into our favor. I'm just saying at this point, the way I see it, as objective as I've been about my own team this entire year, and I've proven that, I can at least say with what I'm seeing and what the Rams have been, it's going to be a tough one. But I already know what we know what the keys to victory, we know what the game plan, we know what all of that is. That is simply be effective at running the football. Hopefully, the defense could be just as stout as they've been the last 6-7 weeks. Okay, again, statistically, they've been the top 5 defense the last 6 weeks. They have been on fire. So if they keep that, we have 4 out of our 5 starting DBs back. We got Tart back. We got Jimmy Ward's there. We got Samuel. We got Williams there. The only one we don't have is Verrett. So we're basically subbing in Josh Norman and all of our other, cornerbacks that we have there. So we have 4 out of our 5. We have all of our linebackers. We have all of our defensive linemen. We are fairly healthy on defense. So that means, okay, our defense is going to be stout. Special teams just keep playing hard. I'm just saying what I'm seeing right now, the 49ers caught heat.
I do got
at
a
a good
line.
time. Do I have it?
I wasn't. I thought I was muted. My bad.
I was like, we're catching heat at the right time. And sometimes that's all you need to get to the big one. Catch heat at the right time.
You ain't getting to the big one. Y'all finna get extinguished.
Oh, you guys hope so bad. You guys want me to join you on that Super Bowl watch party couch?
You will.
No, not at all. It's more the fact that even if you win this game, you're not gonna win the next. Like that's really the problem. Because I knew when you beat the Cowboys, you were gonna beat the Packers. I knew you were gonna be in this position.
I actually think matchup wise, we would have a harder time against the Bengals than we would the Chiefs. Because we've already seen the Chiefs. We already know what they're all about. We already know what works and everything like that against them. That's one thing. Now, can we win the game? That we don't know. I mean, because the Bills, Josh Allen played one of the best games that he's ever played. And they still lost.
Yeah, because they've been playing different. They've been playing different.
They've been playing the type of ball that they expect the Chiefs to play.
It's not a one-dimensional offense. They've been switching shit up a little bit.
Well, that's what they've been, that's what's been making them successful. McKinnon's been getting in the rotation. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Williams. That's a good 3-headed monster that they got back there. Quick power and balance. That's what they have. So they have a good, backfield that's doing well for them right now. And Patrick Mahomes is just doing what they're paying him all that money for. So
what quarterbacks look like when they play up to their contracts.
I mean, technically, I guess it would be a better matchup against the Bengals because y'all
lose to the Bengals.
No, because if they were able to stop Derrick Henry the way that they did, I think that they would do good against our run defense or our run offense. And I don't know if our DBs will be able to keep up with all 3, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. That's tough. That's tough. One good receiver, like if it was just Jamar Chase, cool. But Higgins and Boyd, fuck. Like we got to deal with 3 of those dudes and Uzama, the tight end.
I'm saying.
Like that's a tough offense, bro. That's a tough offense to beat. The Chiefs have a fight on their hands. Like honestly, if it literally is going to come down to whether or not the Bengals are gonna their offensive line shows up at all. That's really what it's going to come down to. Like if they can limit Joe Burrow getting sacked maybe like 3 times, 4 times, they might have a better chance of winning the game. But if we're Bengals Chiefs, what is it about this matchup that makes it so difficult to pick?
It's difficult to pick for me.
You're going Bengals? Well, obviously you
I'm
picked the
going
Bengals to win
Joey
the
B,
Super
the
Bowl.
Tiger King. Joey B, the Tiger King. And that's on everything. Just simply because his offensive weapons. And the Chiefs defense is okay. Their defensive line is solid. Chris Jones is good. And the other bro they got over there, but they ain't got enough. Even though the Bengals offensive line is not that good, it's easier to key on 2 dudes versus 4. Like they just played the Titans offense and defensive line. Like they just played that defensive line. The Titans, they got hitters over there on the Titans defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Joe got sacked 9 times, but he's still able to put up a lot of points. You know what I'm saying? He still was able to do what he needed to do. And Joe Mixon was out there. He ran a few people over.
I do think the Titans defensive line is better than the Chiefs defensive line.
So that just helped my case in point, what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get you to understand, like, it's different elements of looking at the thing. You know what I'm saying? Versus they offensive line suck, but they just played a mean defensive line better than the one they about to play. It's like they're not going to play Pat Mahomes on defense. The only thing they got to worry about is not getting caught up in the mystique of him, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and all of them on offense. If you don't get caught up in that, they're doggone beat the hell out of the Chiefs because people was beating the Chiefs' ass all this year. Them boys luckily got in and slid back to the doggone top. You know what I'm saying? Because of Derrick Henry being out, this year be completely different if Derrick Henry was not injured. But we are what we are. So looking at that, it's like they defense ain't lose too many hitters. They ain't lose too many defensive linemen. So they still was able to do that. Coach Vrabel was still able to put up a package to where it went down to a field goal with all them weapons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't see a good future for the Chiefs. The Chiefs, I think they played their Super Bowl last week.
Or this divisional. This was the Super Bowl against the Bills.
Yeah. Okay. Look how the game went now.
I mean, yeah. So overtime wise, do you think they should make a change or leave it the way it is?
I don't understand the problem. What's the real problem?
So the problem is didn't have a chance to, answer, basically.
So your defense got on the field and didn't do their job, and you mad?
That's what the argument is. Like, if your defense actually shows up and does it, then you actually have an opportunity.
Bills Mafia sound like Aaron Rodgers right now. They need to calm down.
I don't think it's just Bills Mafia. There was a lot of people there saying like, "Oh, we still." Basically, what they wanted to see was Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen just go back and forth with touchdowns to make it like one of the most highest scoring games.
People
of
look
all
for
time,
entertainment.
type of thing.
They trying to switch the rules just for entertainment.
What do you say, Matt Six?
I do think they need to change that rule though, like the overtime rule. But, like they should have got at least touched it. Well, I mean, you got it. Well, you score or you don't. So, like I said, if one team scores, so the other team should get the ball. If they get a chance to score,
college rules, basically.
I mean, you got to get a touchdown though. If you don't get a touchdown, then you lose. I mean, you need a touchdown to win. So
it'd be like college rules, like you basically take over at like the 35 or the 40 on your way in, and then
same amount of field, kick off
everything.
Yeah, just double overtime. Yeah. or the other person just gets a chance at least to touch the ball. It sucks that it ended that way. Like y'all scored in the
I
game.
mean, so like the way it is if the team who gets the ball first, if they score a touchdown, it's over. But if it's a field goal or no touchdown, obviously the game keeps going.
Yeah.
And then at that point, if the field goal hasn't been made and it's still like 0-0 and they punt it off, then literally it's sudden death at that point.
Mhm.
Whoever scores next wins, field goal or touchdown, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
So basically,
You know,
just giving everybody another possession.
Another possession. At least I think
But
at least
I mean, I personally don't agree with it. Just simply because it's like it's rewarding teams with bad defenses, bro. It's like you ain't got if your defense sucked and they didn't do their job, they didn't stop this offensive scoring. That's what they supposed to do in regulation too.
No, I agree. I really the way it is right now, I think is because Acho and everybody like they're all making the kid. Oh, when it happens to your favorite team, you're gonna ask for it because it happened to the Chiefs in the championship game against the Patriots a little while back when Brady was still there and all this other like when it happens to your team, you're gonna ask for the overtime rules, so they might as well change. I was like at this, so basically everyone's asking for college style rules. You get a chance to basically rebut. But I think I like it the way it is because, like you said, at that point, you don't reward bad defense. Like if you're really gonna step up, you need to step up and at least either hold them to 3 points or no points. That's on your defense. If you give up a touchdown, it's over. That's on your defense. I mean, I agree with you, Kay, honestly. I mean, I don't know how they can, because it already is changed from what it was before. Because at what it was before was first team who scored wins, whether it was a field goal or a touchdown. The first team who scored won in overtime. So they changed it to where the rule is now. So now people are asking, I think it's actually better now. Because getting a cheap field goal to win the game in overtime, that's kind of like, all right. Like really anybody can fucking do that. Like that's easy. So they made it more.
Your defense got to step up. Your defense got to step up.
But that's what I'm saying. I like the way it is now for like if it's a touchdown, it's over. Like that's really what if it's less than a touchdown, fine. But if it's a touchdown, then it's done. I mean, to give another chance, the only thing that would do is it's giving the other team a chance to score and the possibilities of, big shootouts and triple fucking quadruple overtime type style, stuff. It just goes back and forth.
Next round would just be sudden death. Yeah, for that, you don't just keep getting to shoot it out.
So basically, if they keep scoring touchdowns, the game keeps going until one team can't score a touchdown anymore. With the time frames within the time frame, obviously.
Well, basically you got within that time frame, I guess. Yeah.
Because if you look at it this way, if it goes by the rules of if the team scores, the other team should have a chance to get it back. You're basically dealing with the clock now. If that runs all the way, down to 0, team scores a touchdown, well, the other one didn't. Well, they ran out of time. That's basically kind of the same thing of, they scored a touchdown, you didn't. So it's kind of, I mean, I don't know. I think, I don't know. That's one of those, the way it is now is, it seems fine because we don't get into that situation very often.
Yeah.
Getting into overtime situations and stuff like that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. I think even Mahomes came out today was saying he could change too. You don't think it should be that rule?
Josh Allen was one of the first ones going, oh, if we would have had a possession. Yeah, well, you should have told your defense to step the fuck up.
Yeah, there's no fucking second.
Like somebody should have told your defensive coordinator it was okay to wake up. Somebody should have been in your ear at that point. But I mean, again, it was just a wild weekend. Yeah, NFC, AFC championships are coming up. The guys are obviously. So wait, who you got? You got Chiefs or the Bengals? We know we know K's picking the Bengals.
People
Bengals.
want to see the Bengals win the whole thing.
So you both are. So basically, you both are hoping for a Rams Bengals Super Bowl with the Bengals winning.
Yep.
Well,
I don't care who they play. I just see the Bengals winning the whole thing. I just want to see the
okay.
Niners. So I don't want y'all to have that satisfaction. I'm tired of hearing y'all fans. Y'all just need to shut
I
up.
apologize for them.
Tired of hearing
I apologize for the dumb ones. I
Okay.
apologize.
shit.
If they're not going to apologize, and God knows they won't, I apologize for them. I know it's, fuck them all. I get it. I'm just saying.
I can't wait till they lose. Boy, oh boy.
But what if they win?
Dang.
But what if they do?
Hey, then I gotta listen to it for one more week. Y'all not winning the
1 week after the Super Bowl, then shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear about it until the next
y'all win the Super Bowl again. You go ahead and make it to the Super Bowl so y'all gonna lose in there again. Like, yep, can't get the job
What
done.
if we don't? What if we win?
You ain't winning the Super Bowl.
What
Not
if we do?
on no touchdowns, you ain't winning no Super Bowl. Not against like a Bengals or a Chiefs.
I'm just saying we got to run the ball. That's always been the key to success.
Y'all not
If we can run the ball effectively, we do it. But that's what I'm saying. What if we do?
and you got a high power offense in the Bengals. They gonna put up like 5-6 touchdowns on y'all.
They only put up 19 against the Tennessee Titans. We
was
got a better defense than they do.
a warm up game. Just warm up.
I'm just saying, if the Tennessee Titans were getting after Joe Burrow, we gonna feast on Joe Burrow. Eric Armstead and Nick Bosa. Whoo! I almost pulled the commentator and called him Joey.
Oh, nah.
But Nick Bosa and Eric Armstead are gonna feast on Joe Burrow's ass the entire day.
That lady's gonna sing. She's gonna rain on y'all parade.
Right. He's gonna rain on. There can only be one Joe Cool, and he's fucking Joe Montana. His name's not Joe. You think of a different fucking nickname, but that ain't Joe Cool. There's only one Joe Cool. And you ain't it, bud. You ain't doing that against our team.
Stop here. Sorry.
If it's against the Chiefs, I'm gonna be like, God damn it. There's a Montana curse there because we gave up Montana to the Chiefs for fucking young.
I'll keep this
So there's a little bit of a curse there. If we play the Chiefs, it may be a long ass day. So if the 49ers make it to the Super Bowl, y'all might want the Chiefs to win. Because if you want the Bengals to beat the 49ers, it ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
No, I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen. Not at all. Because again, we have a better defense in Tennessee. And if they were feasting on Joe Burrow for 9, we can get 15.
Hey, can't blame them for having they had one bad day and they still won. So
I mean, one bad day. They've had a whole Joe Burrow's been sacked more times than any other quarterback in the league this year. They've been bad at protecting Joey B.
hey, he's still winning.
He's still winning because he does that.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those, dude. The AFC is so stacked with young guys.
Each one of them receivers to put up like 100 or something on y'all.
Chase with 130, Higgins with 110, Boyd with 95, Uzama with like a cool 85. Joey Burrow with like 600 yards. It's just
He's gonna air it out on y'all.
he's just gonna let it fly.
DBs ain't gonna be able to handle all three of them.
No, but we're gonna get picks because our defensive line is gonna be all over them. Defense intercepted Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers did not play a good game.
Aaron Rodgers never played good in the playoffs.
That's also correct. Against us, especially. Like, he said way back then, I'm going to make him pay for not drafting me. Okay, bud. Just, that is absolutely ridiculous. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am working on something. Okay. Right now, I'm in the process. Can't just no. Right now, in the process of trying to make something happen for championship weekend. Hopefully, by the next time we see you guys on Wednesday, I'll be able to give you some more information on what's going to happen. But until then, on Wednesday, we do have a doubleheader conversation for the All Pro JAFFOs for 112 that week. We got Coach Lonnie Walker from Mountain House High School, Grambling State alumni, and we got Ezra Palmer. He was on the Bay Area squad for the Bay Area Cali Classic. He was there lighting it up on the defensive line for the Bay Area team. So he's going to be joining us after Coach Lonnie Walker. So be able to show support for the young guys. They've been busting their ass trying to get to the next level and everything like that. And for us to be able to be a platform for them to kind of get themselves at least a little bit more of a shine to another coach or whatever, to get to know a kid's personality, and then being able to talk to these coaches and learning their backgrounds on how they got to where they are, and what their plans are moving forward. It's always been really cool to actually hear all of these stories and have these conversations. So be able to support, if you're listening anywhere, be able to support your local high school, college, whatever it is. These kids bust their ass. Go show support for those kids. They've more than earned it. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys on Wednesday. A hell of a divisional round weekend. Wednesday, we'll talk a little bit more about championship Sunday, as well as the conversations with Lonnie Walker and Ezra Palmer. Once again, we'll see you guys. For myself, JP, for DJ Matchsticks, and for the little bit upset that his Bucks are now done, so he gets to sit on the couch next to the Cowboys and DJ Matchsticks, Mr. Country K. All Pro JAFFOs. We'll see you guys on Wednesday for 112.